See, students, last time I discussed the relationship between molarity and concentration in ppm and detailed study why these 10 raised to minus 3 is coming, or this relationship we have derived, we have proved. Your involvement also was fabulous. Fantastic. By the way, I came to the third relationship, third formula, relationship between molarity and normality. So I discussed this first aspect. Normality of solution is equal to this molarity into molar mass divided by equivalent mass. Suppose if you know this all formulae and if you go on substituting, you will get the answer properly. Means let you keep the left side as it is. That's a normality of solution. For molarity, substitute its formula. What is its formula? Number of moles of solute divided by volume in dm cube. And volume in dm cube, let you be with that. But you don't want now number of moles of solute in case of this normality. What you want? Number of equivalents. How can you find that number of equivalents? For that, what is the number of moles? In that number of moles, molar mass is a denominator. That molar mass you cancelled. Now left the amount. And to that amount, you divided by means of the equivalent mass. While finding number of moles, division was by the molar mass. While finding normality, we will consider equivalent mass. So this is the formula for relation between normality and molarity. So students, I am asking question to you. Is that formula clear? Is that conversion clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Now see, normality of acid is equal to molarity into basicity. Is it clear to you or I have to explain?
Clear,
Clear
sir.
means I'm asking, yes.
Clear,
means
sir.
understanding point of view I'm asking. Good. Two replies are there, clear. What about others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
3, 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good. Very good. It is for acid, for base and oxidizing or reducing reagent or agent. Depending upon the nature of that chemical, a relationship we can directly express. The upper one is a general way by which we can find out the normality of solution if we know its molarity. Vice versa also we can do. And it is solved. If you read the numerical, you have to find the molarity of 0.05 normal solution. They have given KMnO4 and they have mentioned strictly acidic medium. Second, K2Cl2O7 and third one H2SO4. We should know what kind of reagents those are. Now, about the KMnO4, see they have found the normality is equal to molarity into 5 or molarity is equal to normality divided by 5. Can anybody answer why that number 5 is there in case of KMnO4? KMnO4 acidic they have mentioned.
Number of transferred electrons.
Number of transferred electron. Okay, good. But in that KMnO4, which ion is working for that transfer of electron? Potassium
Oxygen.
is there. Oxygen. Okay. What's the charge on oxygen in KMnO4?
-2.
-2. And after reaction also it remains -2. H2O. In H2O, oxygen has -2 charge. In KMnO4 also oxygen has -2 charge. So oxygen is not gaining or not giving electron. So oxygen is not involved in the transfer of the electron. Then answer my question. Who is involved for the transfer of electron in KMnO4?
Potassium.
It's a proper working. We are understanding. See,
Magnesium.
only can anybody correct the answer? Magnesium is the wrong answer.
Manganese.
Right, manganese.
Manganese.
Yes, manganese. But if you see the charge on the manganese, answer for my question, what is the charge on manganese? Mn?
+7.
Yes, +7. And this +7 gets converted to +2, Mn +2 during the course of reaction. Mn +7 converts to Mn +2. Therefore, it's a game of 5 electrons. Now answer for my question. Electrons are accepted, received or gained or are given to convert Mn +7 to Mn +2. What do you think?
Received.
Yes, electrons are received. 5 electrons are received. It's a game of 5 electrons, and therefore 5 is there. It's a proper understanding. Otherwise, somewhere you might have remembered. It's a data. It's information. And by that, if you are saying 5 electrons are involved, then it is just the what by hearting. Answer is correct, but reason is not correct. When you will give the reason, then concept becomes more clear. Study grows. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
good, good. Now see K2Cl2O7, potassium dichromate. In this, which ion will undergo oxidation or reduction? It is a basic. Yes, only one answer that I found. Right, chromium.
Chromium.
Yes, what is the charge on chromium now in K2Cl2O7?
Plus 6.
Plus 6 is now, and during reaction or after reaction, that chromium plus 6 converts to chromium plus 3. Chromium plus 6 converts to chromium plus 3 means gain of how many electrons? 3. One chromium is responsible for 3 electrons. One chromium takes 3 electrons. Such how many chromiums are there in the formula of K2Cl2O7? 2. So 2 chromiums will take 6 electron. Therefore, here the number was 6. Molarity of potassium dichromate is equal to its normality divided by 6. And accordingly, you got the answer. Now, third term is H2SO4. H2SO4 is not here for redox reagent. It is as what? Acid. It is acid. Answer for my question. So H2SO4 is acid, so it will be with acidity or basicity.
Basicity.
Right, basicity. What is its basicity?
2.
2. Yes, 2 H plus ions are there. Accordingly, it will accept the 2 OH minus ion, and therefore its basicity is 2. Normality is equal to basicity into molarity, or molarity is equal to normality divided by 2, and therefore molarity can be found. So student, in homework, you are supposed to write this problem or the numerical, and by the way, understanding of this also you have to write down. Means explain that explanation. With understanding, write down this formula. For example, molarity. I simplified that. You have to split that and then see, show that molar gets cancelled, and you are getting the answer as a normality. So you have to derive these expressions. These last 3 are there, directly you can write, but first expression you can derive. That will be the homework for this third relationship. That's a relationship between molarity and normality. Third means as per the sequence. But during my lecture, I started with the fourth relation. So now it's about the third relation. Yes. Any doubt or any question about this relation between molarity and normality?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes. Now I move to the second aspect. So very interesting. Relation between molarity and molality. Small m is a molality, which is equal to capital M, that's a molarity, divided by, it is in bracket now, in parentheses, D of solution, D means density of solution in gram per cubic centimeter, minus point not 1 into M. Again, what is M? M is the molarity of the solution, into M solute. M solute means molar mass of solute. Can anybody describe how it has came, this relation?
Don't know, sir.
Okay, don't know. I am waiting for further 2 replies at least.
Can't explain, sir.
Okay,
Don't know, sir.
okay, good. Now I help you. See, how to think, that I am going to guide you. You also have to work accordingly later on. What is at left side?
Molality.
Molality. What is with the molality? What's the formula of molality? Yes, at least
Number
that
of
is-
moles in per kilogram of solvent.
Right. Number of moles of solute divided by weight or the mass of the solvent. Means kg is there, the mass is there. It is the understanding of molality. Small m. Keep in mind. That's a solute. Number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent. And we want to have a relationship with molarity. What is molarity?
Number of moles of solute divided by moles of solute divided by
Yes, number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in dm cube. Now compare What are you finding? Numerator is same for both molality and molarity, but denominator is different. Denominator in molality is mass and it is of solvent, not of solution. And denominator in molarity is volume. Volume of not solvent, it is of solution. So these are the differences. Now we have to work with that. Those we have to interconvert. Means what we need to convert, where we need to emphasize more, we should convert this mass of solvent to volume of solution. For that, we need a help of density. How it will help, that I explain. Up to here, whatever I said, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
That's a
Yes, sir.
relation. Okay. Good, good. The upside in that relation, right side, there they have given molarity, M, capital M, divided by. Now I just simplify the terms which are given in parenthesis or in bracket so that understanding will be there. In that bracket, what have they given? Density of solution. Read carefully. Density of solution. Now I want answer from you. What is your density? Formula of density?
Mass
Upon volume.
Right. Mass upon volume. Keep in mind, mass upon volume means density. And afterwards they have given minus 0.001. How that 0.001 I explained to you. Just wait. M. M means molar mass. Means somewhere it is related to mass. What are the term is there? No. Right side in the bracket. It is related to the mass. Into M absolute. Okay. M absolute means molar mass. And M is molarity. So it is related to somewhat mass. But left side we are getting what? The density. If you see the density, formula of density is gram per cubic centimeter or kg per dm cube. Anything will do. Time being, I consider gram per cubic centimeter. I repeat, because if I have to subtract one thing from the other, then both should be of the same unit. 3 meter minus 1 meter, I can subtract. 3 meter minus 1 centimeter, I cannot. I have to convert that centimeter to meter or meter to centimeter, then only I could do the subtraction. Similarly, about addition also, 4 seconds plus 5 minutes, I can't do that addition because second, minute, those are not matching. Either I have to convert that minute to second or second to minute and then I have to perform the addition. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So density unit I am considering gram per cubic centimeter. Listen carefully. Gram per cubic centimeter. So here also I want the term in terms of gram per cubic centimeter. Now this point not 1 is there. It has no unit. It is due to conversion. This molarity has unit. What is the unit of molarity? Actually we will say molarity itself is a unit. But if you simplify, then you will get answer, no? From the formula, you will get one unit. What is the unit? Number of moles per, yes, per
Liter or dm cube.
liter or dm cube of solution. Yes. So what is the unit of that? Per dm cube. Are you following what I am saying? Per dm cube. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Molar M solute, molar mass of solute. What is the unit of molar mass of solute? Actually, we are representing in terms of gram. Yes, what's the unit? I told you already. M solute, what is the unit? While finding number of moles, we do know we divide by M solute, amount divided by M solute. What is that M solute? What is the unit of M solute?
Gram.
Yes, Swapnali, gram. We are representing in terms of gram. Now listen carefully and pay attention towards the right side term. 0.001, I will discuss why it came. M, it's a molarity, units per dm cube, and M solute, unit is gram. So if you combine, you are finding answer as gram per dm cube. Whatever the right side term in the bracket is there, its unit is gram per dm cube, and term in the left side has unit gram per cm cube. So I don't want dm cube. I want to convert to cm cube. I don't want per dm cube. I want per cm cube. So to convert that per dm cube to per cm cube, what shall I do?
Divide by 1000.
Yes,
Divide by 1000.
divide by 1000. Divide by 1000 means multiply by 0.001. Therefore, by that number 0.001, what are we achieving? we are achieving the conversion. We are converting the already gram per dm cube is there into gram per cm cube, which is a need because density we are expressing in terms of gram per cm cube. So for that conversion only, to convert per dm cube to per cm cube, we are with this number, and that number is 0.001. Students, are you following what I'm saying? If not clear, you have to work. At least idea is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. So 0.001 into molarity into m of solute. So all those things are coming in terms of gram per dm cube. Now question arises, from the density of solution, why we subtracted that gram per dm cube, this relationship? Actually, it is related to solute. It is related to solute. Means what we are doing, density of solution, in that solution both factors are there. Which are the both factors? Solute and solvent. Out of that, we are minimizing, we are decreasing, we are removing, we are subtracting solute portion. And to remove that solute portion, we did subtraction. So what is left now? There is now solvent portion. But that solvent portion in terms of what? Density. That solvent portion is in terms of density. But we don't want density here actually. To find the molality, what we want? We want number of moles divided by that's the mass of solvent. What we are getting there? We are getting density, but we want mass. But you told me density is equal to what? Mass upon volume. So mass is equal to what? Density into volume. Friends, are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So it is regarding
Yes,
what? The solvent. So here M is there, no? M, molarity. In that molarity, at denominator, what is there? Number of moles divided by volume of solution. Actually, we are not interested in that volume. We are interested in mass. But I am with density now. Density is there with me. Volume is there in that molarity. So mass is equal to density into volume, so that I will get the mass, and it is related to what? The solvent, because solute I subtracted. I repeat, pay attention, and even if doubt is there, you can ask. Molality formula, number of moles of solute divided by the mass in terms of kg for what? The solvent. Molarity formula is number of moles of the solute divided by volume of solution. Difference is here, solution volume and mass of the solvent. So there are some changes are to do. So therefore what we are finding? First we are finding density for solvent here by means of that formula. Density of solution is known to us. Solution means what? Solute plus solvent. So density of solution is equal to density of solvent plus density of solute. From that I am subtracting, from the density of solution I am subtracting density for solute, so that I will get density for solvent. So to find the density for solute, what we did? Molarity into its molar mass into 0.001. Why 0.001? I told you to convert that per dm cube to per cm cube, and in molarity per dm cube is there, but I want gram, and for that m solute is considered. So this is a case for the density of solute. From solution I am subtracting density of solute. So what I am getting now? Density of solvent. But I don't want density, I want mass. Mass is equal to density into volume. So density is there, so I have to multiply by volume. Where is volume? Volume is hidden in the molarity. I told no, molarity formula is equal to number of moles divided by volume. So that volume will multiply to the density. So I will get a mass of the solvent. Now question you will be with, volume of the solution is there, and here we are talking about the solvent, but it is nearby, no? Approximation, and therefore it will do. Here we are considering what? The density aspect. So this molality, small m is equal to molarity divided by density of solution minus 0.001 m into m solute. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
5
Yes,
replies
sir.
only I found.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. See, total 17 students are here, but only what 7,
Yes,
8
sir.
students realize only. Good. Yes. So this is a relationship, and you need to remember, and with the help of that relationship, you have to solve a numericals. Example number 3 is given there. They have taken the example of iodine in CCl4. Here mole fraction is given. Mole fraction. So mole fraction means what? That also you should know. What is the molality and molarity? See here, they are using what the different formulas. So you can work on that. Or shall I explain that? They are using the previous formula also. Other one more formula is there, no? With the help of that formula also they are solving. So mole fraction, relationship between mole fraction and molality. When you will study that's a formula number 1, then this problem will be what clear to you. And I'm discussing that formula. But it will be also homework for you. You have to work on this. So whatever we studied now, this is a relationship. With the help of that formula, you can what? Find out the molarity of the solution. If you know the molarity. And for molality, this on the basis of mole fraction. So equation number 1, let us study first, then you will come to know. And if problems are there, I'll discuss that. See, this is relation number 1. Relation between mole fraction, that's a x they are considering, and molality, that's a small m. That small m is equal to, that's a mole fraction of solute divided by fraction of solvent into 1000 divided by molar mass of the solvent. That m is a molar mass of the solvent. Yes. Can you understand this relationship?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Answer I am finding.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2,
Yes,
3.
sir.
Good, good.
Yes.
4. At least one more.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now explain. Whoever said yes, any among them, just attempt to explain. Explain me this relationship. At least anyone. You said no, it is clear.
Mole fraction of solute is equal to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent plus solute. First equation.
Number of moles of solvent plus solute. Okay. Next.
Then equation 2 is for number of moles of solvent is equal to number of moles of solvent divided by number of moles of solvent plus solute. Then dividing equation 1 from 2. So
Okay.
mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent
Huh.
is equal to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solute plus solvent into number of moles of solute plus solvent divided by number of moles of solvent.
Okay. Good. Next.
Then cancellation. Then number of mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent is equal to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent. And equation, this is equation 3. Then from
Okay.
molality formula, molality M is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent into 1000. Therefore, number of moles of solute is equal to mass of molality into mass of solvent divided by 1000. Then placing value of number of moles of solute in equation 3 means therefore mole fraction of solvent divided by mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent is equal to, then placing that value, then molality into mass of solvent divided by 1000 into 1 upon number of moles of solvent. Then cancellation, mass of solvent got cancelled, and final mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent is equal to mass divided by molality divided by 1000 into mass of solvent.
Great.
Molar mass of solvent. Then taking terms, then molality is equal to mass of mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent into 1000 divided by molar mass of solvent.
Okay, good. Excellent, Alia. In detail, you have explained. If you would have shown the presentation, no, means on your mobile, suppose if those things are there, and if you would have presented, then that would have been more easily understandable. But I could sense that you did a lot of work, different equations. Students, are you following what Alia did? She wrote different equations, equation number 1, 2, 3, and then the relationship, division, and all, and then afterwards she come to the formula molality is equal to mole that's a fraction for the solute divided by the solvent into 1000 divided by the molar mass of the solvent. Yes, are you following what Alia said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, good. Great work Alia did. But it is somewhat not so easy. Means to remember all the things, no, equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. Yes, anybody want to try further explanation? Alia, really great work you did. Means it's a understanding. See, let your method be the long method, no problem. But it's a your method. You work on that. That work never will go in vain. That will boost the temperament of the understanding, and the interest also will what the develop. It's a very good, very great. Yes. Any other body can answer. If it is their answer in your mobile, then what you can show the presentation on mobile also you can show. As like I am sharing the screen, no, you also can share the screen and you can present. Or as like Alia did, accordingly you can talk. Because further 5 students were there, they said that yes, it is clear to them. So how it is clear to express? Students, could you able to read that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Amisha, good. Continue.
Molality is equal to
Okay.
number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in kg in terms of gram is equal to number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in gram multiplied by 1000.
Okay.
There is equal to weight of solute into 1000 divided by
Yes.
molecular mass of solute into weight of solvent in gram.
Good, good.
Then the ratio of a mole fraction
Just magnify the image. Good. Okay. Okay.
x to mole fraction of solute mole fraction of second compound divided by first compound, and n2 divided by n2 plus n1 divided by n1 divided by n1 plus n2, then n2 plus n1 divided by n1 plus n2 gets cancelled, then n2 divided by n1. Mole
Good.
fraction x2 divided by x1 is equal to weight of solute x2 divided by x1, weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute, then weight of solvent divided by molecular weight of solvent. Then x2 divided by x1 is equal to w2 divided by w1 multiplied by m1 divided by w1, multiplying on both sides by 1000. x2 divided by x1 multiplied by 1000 on both sides. Therefore, W2 divided by W2 divided by M2 into W1 divided M1 divided by W2 multiply by 1000. Then
Yes, right.
then x2 divided by x1 multiply 1000 divided by m1 is equal to w2 divided by m2 multiplied by 1000 divided by w1 is equal to weight of solute multiplied by 1000 divided by molecular mass of solute into weight of solvent in gram is equal to molality is equal to x2 multiplied by 1000 is divided by x1 multiplied by m1 is a formula of molality.
Okay, okay, okay. Good, 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 good. Yes, very good. Likewise, other students also might have done. I hope so. Yes, Amisha, well done, well done. You can stop your presentation now. Yes, well done. Brilliant, brilliant. Other students also might have done. Then they also can present. But next time I will give the chance to them. If they are interested, no, then ask me. I want to have a presentation, then I'll allow you for the presentation. But prepare meanwhile. As like Amisha did, Alia might have not knowing that that's a or at that time could not click that with that she can present. Therefore, only verbally she was presenting. It was very difficult to imagine the thing, but I could able to do that mole fraction and whatever you're saying. The sense of that equations I could able to understand. But in between also I lost the interest. Interest in the sense link. I could not able to. Here what happened? Amisha did the thing representation, but a simple way she could able to go, but further longer way she has what chosen that I think so. So I help you to work on these things, but great work. Yes, students, other students I'm asking, are you doing in the same way as like Amisha did? I want understanding of that relation means such kind of understanding. Maybe your way is longer, don't worry about that. But your way is there, it's very important. You can compare others also later on. Yes, are you doing in that way?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes. And those who are not doing, they should do in that way. Homework I am giving detailed explanation means such detailed explanation. Now see, just I think I stopped my presentation. Just pay attention on my explanation. Yes, this is a relation. Molality is a right side term. What means a molality? Molality is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass. We want mass of the solvent in terms of the kg. Now in right side, I am with the mole fraction concept. And mole fraction means what? The number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent means the get togetherness. That is what the fraction of the solute. Similarly, mole fraction of solvent means what? Number of moles of solvent divided by complete fraction, complete moles. Mole fraction of the solute plus mole fraction of the solvent. Now I do one thing. I take ratio of them, x1 upon x2 or x2 upon x1, x of solute upon x of solvent. When I take ratio of this, answer for my question, what will be left there? X of solute means mole fraction of solute means numerator will be left. What is numerator? Yes, please help me. What is numerator while finding the mole fraction?
X of solute.
Number of moles of solute is a numerator now. Here, divided by mole fraction of solvent, only numerator will be left because denominator got cancelled. It is same. What is numerator for this mole fraction of solvent? Number of moles of solvent. So this relation means number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent. Out of that, one is known term for me. What is that? Molality is equal to number of moles of solute. Yes, I want this number of moles of solute now. But below in denominator, I expect that is the mass of solvent. But I don't have mass. I am here with number of moles of solvent. Number of moles of solvent. If I know number of moles of solvent, number of moles means number of bunches. How many bunches are there? How many clusters are there? Clusters of Avogadro's numbers are there. That's the number of moles of solvent. This is a term. If I multiply to that term by its molar mass, then I will get its complete mass. Means 2 moles are there, 3 moles are there into molar mass. Accordingly, I will get a mass of solvent. And that I was needed in the molality formula, mass of solvent. But in that molality formula, that mass is in terms of kg. But here molar mass, we are expressing in terms of gram. So now I have to convert that gram to what? The kg. Means during that conversion, this 1000 number came. How that number came, you can work on that. Therefore, molality is equal to, actually it's a mole fraction of solute, but it is representing number of moles of solute. Actually it's a mole fraction of solvent, but it is representing number of moles of solvent. Number of moles of solvent into molar mass means mass of solvent in gram, but I want in kilogram, so I have to divide by 1000. During division of 1000, that 1000 will go upside. Is the concept clear now about this relationship?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Now based on that, the formula is there. That's a numerical is there. That's a numerical number 1, example number 1, and you can what? Simplify. Here what they have given, the mole fraction of urea they have given, solution of urea, mole fraction, and you have to find the molality. With the help of that relation, you can find the molality. These 2 examples are given, and here about the ions they have given, molality for the solution they have given, and mole fractions are supposed to calculate. Yes, you can work on that. Solution means what? Solute plus the solvent. Okay. And the second point is relationship between the molarity and molality. That's second equation. And on that, this numerical third is there. Here mole fraction is given, and they have asked molality. So mole fraction, molality, again relation number 1. With the help of that, you can answer. Here they have given the explanation, and once you know the molality, then the relationship between the molarity and molality is there. You can find out the molarity. Yes, students, you work on these numericals. I hope you will solve those numericals. The concept will be clear to you. Now students, I am asking to you, whatever the discussion we did regarding the 4 relationships, 4 formulae, the concept, see, it is a very easy for me that these are the formulae, these are numericals, solve. No, we went in deep. We went to understand the each term. We went to understand the relationship between each term. When we are talking about molality and the mole fraction, their concept about the mole fraction, that's a mathematical aspect, the cancellation of the denominator, that such functions or the such things are there. So those also you have understood. Those who did really individually, intentionally, really they are brave, they are courageous, they are here to learn, they are learning to learn, and learning to learn is an enjoyable process. Just ask the question to them, or I ask question to them, those few students who are doing the way with which you are learning now, the different formulae, the splitting of the formulae, understanding the derivation, are you finding interest to learn, or the you are finding it is a difficult thing? What is your answer? Are you finding interest?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
With that, you have to what? Proceed. Remember, student, it is a skill. Presentation is a skill. I had not used a paper. Amisha used the paper. It was an important one for focus, no, for paying attention. It is also what needed. But if you grow further, no, then even if you are not written anything, you could able to do in your brain. You could able to visualize that. Means a paper remains in front of you, and you type on that. You write on that paper. And when you will do that level, when you will reach to that level, you are again the learning is improving. Learning will improve. So always remember there is a growth, possibility of the growth is there. And when you could able to understand and visualize those things, no, then such things remember for longer duration, and immediate thinking happens. Thinking happens. Immediate finding the answer of the problem is possible. So we have to reach to that level. You need to reach to that level. Therefore, I always give the stress for your imagination. When you will get habituated, if you run away from that, learning stop there. But if you're trying to learn, you're trying to work on that, learning will improve. Certainly. Brilliant. I'm happy to know you all. Really, Alia, you did the good work. Amisha, brilliant work. The way with which you have presented means all the things are there written very properly. Up to 50%, Amisha, you were very perfect. But again, unnecessary lengthiness you brought in your expression. Directly would have go towards what the final formulation. Amisha, are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. But any attempt is brilliant. Brilliant. Yes, students, I want such kind of courage. The courage that Alia and Amisha have shown today. Similarly, others also have to show. Ganesh, are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. It is not only for Ganesh, it is for all Vaishnavi, Muskan, Swapnali, Shruti, the few names only I'm taking, Kartika, all you have to attempt to explain. Don't fear whether you are right or wrong, but it is a very good attempt. I'm very happy to know. Brilliant. I am for first time finding that really you are working to understand the way with which formula that Amisha wrote or Alia, because it was not already informed to you, but you told, you work and you are represented. Actually, homework was given, but you are expressing. Brilliant, brilliant. I want such attempts from other students also. Very good, very good. Yes, students, with this happiness, shall we stop?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So today's assignment is what? The relationship number 1, numericals 1, 2. Relationship number 2, numericals 3 is there. Then relation number 3, numerical. And about relation number 4, already we have discussed. So that is today's assignment. So here we have completed the considerable portion of analytical chemistry. It is our 14th lecture. Doesn't matter. This syllabus was almost of the 9 lecture or the 10 lecture, but we took 14 lecture. Nothing wrong in that. But we are going properly. Yes. So next time we will start the next study. So I want to know whatever the assignment today, I will give it to you. When will you complete that assignment? Today only. Missed up to tomorrow I should give the time, or one more day extra you want? Last
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow only. Okay, tomorrow you have to submit.